So I thought it would be really nice to share a craft with you that I happened to come up with the other day with my kids, and it didn't actually end up being what I had planned it to be, but they had a really good time. And like the rest of you, I'm really struggling to find crafts that they can do just using really basic materials. So you'll see with this craft that it's literally paper, a really basic paint palette, like the kind of one you've probably got stuffed in a drawer somewhere in a really bad way, like this one, that probably cost £1, some Pritt stick and some tin foil. That's literally it. And I thought, with it being Pesach coming up, and obviously the kids are now home, so all the things they were going to be learning in school is now really down to us to give them a Pesach experience. So I wanted to think of a craft they could do to really connect with Pesach. So you might be familiar with the story of Pesach, and a big part of that story of what actually happened was when the sea split open and the Jewish people were able to cross it to get away from the Egyptians. So a lovely way of bringing these things to life is often through a visual, and this is a really lovely craft to do to really express that to our children. What's also really nice about this is it's really age appropriate for all ages, from, I would say, nursery up to 8, 9, 10, even slightly older can be much more adventurous with this. So I'm going to show you how to do it in a really basic way, and then I'll also explain to you how for an older child, and especially somebody who's artistic, but to be honest, anyone can do this. It's just really having some fun with some paint. Okay, so let's get started. So the first thing to do, or what I did, again, you don't have to do this, for a little child they can literally just take the paintbrush, stick it in the paint and just make loads of lovely swirls. So I'm going to just do that now to show you. So what I started with was just making some basic waves on the paper like this. That was it. And then I took my brush and just using really sea colours, which was just a mix of blue and green, and I stuck some yellow in there as well. I just told them to just have some fun and make some swirls with their brush, like this. Okay, and literally cover the page in lots of swirls to give the effect of waves. Okay, again, this is really basic paint, really basic paper, but it seems to keep them really busy. Okay, so I'm just literally covering everything. I'm going to take some yellow and mix that in as well. Okay. Right. Once they've had enough of doing that, and again, you can just go with what they feel. So if they're enjoying themselves, keep this going as long as possible. Okay, so once we've done that part, basically the next thing to do is add the fishes. So there's two different ways they can do the fish, and again, for younger children, you'll need to help them to cut out the fish. As you can see, I've just cut it out of tin foil. For older children, they can do this themselves. They can draw out the fish first and then cut them out, and then literally just using some Pritt stick, glue it onto the waves. Okay, over here, and it can be in any direction, upside down, however. Okay, then the other type of fish that you can do is literally like this, taking some tin foil, scrunching it up like this to make a fish shape. And because it's such a basic shape, it really doesn't matter again how exact it is. Okay, but that's kind of the shape that we want. And then again, just stick some glue on and plonk it on the water. And it's already having such a lovely effect because of the silver against all the blues. Now, what you could do also here, if you wanted to, again, depending how adventurous they are, is they could start making dolphins or an octopus or even a shark or a whale or even a boat floating around there, just to kind of like have a bit of fun with it. However they want to do it is absolutely fine. Then what they did after that, what we did is they just took some reds or some purples, whatever you like, and just painted on top of the tin foil, just to give it some more colour. And what can be really lovely with this, and again, if you happen to have a big pad of paper, we just did, not that I thought we'd ever use it, but it turned out to be really good for this. But even if you have just A4 paper, you can obviously stick them together. And if you wanted to, something that we've done before in the past is if they made a whole bunch of these and you actually stuck them all up on the wall in your dining room, and on Seder night it's almost like creating your own splitting of the sea at the Seder, which is obviously really atmospheric but also so lovely for the kids, because then it's something that they've made. So that's another lovely thing to do with it. Just as an extra thing for older children who want to be even more adventurous, I would imagine from sort of around age 8 upwards, what you can also do is just taking some black at the end, and again this is really, really simple, you'll see as I'm doing it, just to put the people in it that are walking through, and again they need to be bigger at the bottom and smaller going to the top. So they can literally just make some marks like this with a black paint on a brush, and then they just get smaller as you go further back to give the look of the people, the Jewish people walking through the sea where it's split with the fishes swimming on either side. So that's literally some black paint, and then I'm just making these marks for their bodies. There we go. Just going to stick one more on. Put that one over there. And there we have it. Our very own splitting of the sea using really basic materials. And again, as I said at the beginning, really good for a whole range of different ages. Have lots of fun and